Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips team leaders to lead through the challenges they face every day. So, has the resignation or the great resignation impacted you and your team or your organization? How about when you have left a company in the past or have had somebody retire from your team? Is it difficult for you to fill the gaps of the departing people when they leave? Well, today, I want to talk about how transitions can be easy for companies and teams. And it's not as difficult as you may think, but it does require some work. Before I begin, I want to tell you all about the different things that we have going on in the new year, including a productivity and goals workshop led by JenG, several free Facebook and Zoom lunch and learns, free sneak peeks into our online community for leaders, free webinars, free short-term mastermind groups, and just a whole lot more. Keep checking out the clcteam.com website and go ahead and opt into our newsletter when you see that opt-in pop up, because that is ultimately going to be the best way for you to keep up on all the great stuff that we're going to be offering in the new year. All right, let's talk about making transitions easier, because I know this is impacting a lot of people. So the Great Resignation is not the only transition that catches us off guard. And the bottom line is, the better prepared that we are for transitions, the easier and less painful they will be. Now, I know some of these things will seem more difficult now that you're already shorthanded, but now is the time that these things are absolutely critical, more critical than ever. One major thing that's common among retirements, resignations, and or even promotions is that they all require having to fill an empty position that was left behind, or at least fill the gap of that departing team member. Now, I know this is obvious, and many people have a huge fear of going through those type of transitions, especially when you are the person left behind to pick up all the pieces after that person's gone, right? I mean, I've been there. One of the best things that I learned in the Air Force over my 26 years was that we knew how to quickly replace somebody when they left. And believe it or not, it all came down to the leaders preparing the team. You see, in any military branch, transitions are common. And it's like a revolving door because people are always leaving and arriving. And unfortunately, it wasn't always in a timely manner. I mean, sometimes a person would leave and we wouldn't get a replacement for 6 months. This was especially true when we had any unexpected departures, either a quick retirement or somebody just getting out for various reasons. However, even these unexpected departures were taken in stride, and we were always able to fill the gaps because we knew we had to. We knew that we had to step up. We knew we had to pitch in and help the entire team. So the mission of the Air Force was unhindered, and that was the bottom line. We had to step up, and everybody on the team knew that. Now, we could do this because we started developing leaders from day one in the Air Force and giving everyone responsibilities that they had to complete, or everyone would be impacted. Leadership is a lot more than being held responsible for something, however. It's taking on a whole different attitude when things get tough, and it's being available and willing to help others and fill that gap and take on that do-whatever attitude. Today, all teams, including yours, needs to take this approach with your team members from day one. We need to ensure that we are setting our team members up for success by preparing them to be leaders, putting them in the smallest leadership roles if possible right from the start. And if it's possible, even before they arrive, we can start giving them leadership lessons. You see, educating your younger team members about leadership can be as simple as getting them involved in the smallest decision-making possible. Get them thinking for themselves and taking on a leadership mindset. So here's a question. What if you haven't done this and you have lots of transitions taking place right now, such as the Great Resignation? Well, this is going to give you the opportunity to get your team members up to speed much faster than it would have under normal situations. I mean, just like COVID was great for getting organizations working remotely. I mean, we had to do it because we we had no other choice. We couldn't report to work, so we had to come up with ideas. We had to work remotely. We had to come up with some kind of video call system. We all got used to Zoom, and we survived by doing things that we had no idea about doing because we had no other choice. It was a sink or swim scenario, and we either rose to the occasion or we sank. And there was a lot of companies that sank because they weren't prepared to be flexible. They weren't prepared to accept and embrace the changes that needed to be made. When we have unexpected transitions, take on the attitude and mindset that it's an opportunity for you to step up and build leaders faster than ever before. And tell your people that you're excited about this because ultimately your team members are going to follow your lead and your attitude. If you're stressed out and pinging off the walls because you have to do all this and you're short-manned, well, you know what? Your team members are going to be stressed out too. If you're calm and taking it all in stride and taking on more than usual yourself and working on different and new areas and helping others out, well, guess what? Your team members are going to follow suit eventually. Now, these difficult times of mass transition and exits opens up big doors for the team members that remain. And that's something to look forward to from a leadership standpoint. I mean, this is something to get excited about because, yeah, we might be shorthanded, but this is where the cream rises to the top. Hey, that's it for today. But don't forget to check out the CLC Team website at clcteam.com. And go ahead and follow us on all our social media pages to include Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. And you can find all these links at the very bottom of the website page. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.